Last month, my company crossed 3 million in monthly sales for our marketing company, and that didn't happen by accident. And yes, we are really good at social media marketing, but what really drives that number is our ability to sell at scale. And so in this video, I'm going to break down how we attract elite level sales reps, the kinds that can individually close over $1 million a month for us, and how we identify those winners before they actually even join the team. So it's in the hiring process. I'll be going over the actual process that we use to build a sales force that constantly performs at the top 1% of the industry, with some of our reps very consistently making $50,000 commission months. And if you're a business owner wanting reps like that on your team, or if you're a rep wanting that kind of commission, here is how. We've had over 100 applications come through for sales reps in the last 30 days, and these people are coming from 3 primary sources. The first 2 are tactical. The last one is strategic. We'll cover all of them. First, 7 of the 12 reps on our team right now have come from referrals. Good reps know good reps. So quick hack, if you have any connections to sales reps either in your company or a client's company or a friend's company, ask for recommendations, ask for names. You don't need to do this, but you can also incentivize it. Throw $5,000 as a referral bonus for reps that stay for 90 days. Whoever brings them on gets some extra money. You'll probably burn through more than that $5,000 in wasted leads hiring someone bad, so just hire someone good instead. Build your own internal talent pipeline just like you do prospecting for clients. You should prospect for talent. But let's say you're starting from zero, so you have no network, no reputation, no inbound momentum. There is still hope, but before I explain this, I just want you to understand, referrals are your shortcut to quality. Everything else that I'm going to show you is just a volume approach. So it's a very different strategy. Tip number 2 is to post on social media. This is literally how we get over 100 inbound applications per month. I made a story post a few hours ago, literally last night. It's gotten us 7 really good applications, and I'll show you what those look like. Here's another story post that we've used multiple times over the last 6 months, and that's been really, really successful at prospecting for us. It's just a story post with text on screen asking them to send us a video intro via email. It's worked really well for us. Just copy and paste it if you want. Use some kind of interesting background, but copy and paste the text. That's fine. This is also one of the reasons I make YouTube videos like this, so I can hire and attract new talent for my company. Even if you don't have a large following on social media, you'd be very pleasantly surprised by the organic distribution that happens on social media, especially when it's very niche about a subject like remote sales employment. You could also go and make a reel about this. I've done this in the past, successfully recruited 2 of my most talented employees in the entire company with a single 20-second video that I didn't even bother editing. I just put it out there. Story posts, reels, long-form YouTube videos like this, again, talking about my sales reps that make $50,000 to $70,000 a month in commission. You can bet that attracts a lot of good talent. But assuming you have no connections, no referrals, no social media presence, and you don't even want to try, which by the way, as a marketing company, that's what we help our clients with. Link down below if you actually have a big business and want a large social media presence to attract talent and clients to your company. That is what we do. But if you have no referrals, no network, no social media presence, you are starting from scratch, welcome to the grind. You are going to be cold prospecting on job boards, and that means one thing for our strategy: volume. And I've got lots of tactics around this. First, you're going to need to sort through hundreds of applications per month to find 1, maybe 2 solid reps. The trick, though, is to not waste time interviewing all of them. Let them interview and DQ themselves. In the job description, offer as much information as possible so that they know what they're getting themselves into, and anchor your OTE, your on-track earnings, as high as possible to cast the widest net possible. If you are new to the game, if you don't have referrals or social media presence, you will have to overpay. You will have to say that you're going to pay them more and then actually pay them more than everyone else in the industry. Just to be really clear, one more time for people in the back. If you are new to hiring, if you don't have a reputation yet, you are going to have to overpay for your talent. That is the tax for being unknown. Expect to pay double what I do. The upside, though, is that you are going to grab attention of reps who normally wouldn't look your way. And if you're still the main salesperson in your company, the way that you can think about this is how much volume you sell, attach an aggressive commission to that, and then set that as the on-track earnings. Expect whoever you hire underneath you to work as hard as you, if not harder, because they have more time available for it, but with only half the result, because they are not the business owner themselves. They're not as good as you at selling the product that you literally created. But the benefit is that you get to leave that OTE open, suggesting that if they were as good as you, they could make as much as you claim to have set up with your commission structure. Now, you don't want to be deceptive here. If you're offering 10% per commission, which is pretty standard in remote sales, you should be able to back into the take-home commission numbers that you would have made from your last last month's sale and have that number be the very competitive benchmark for the rep that you hire. With this ammo, like just money, you can go hunting. You're going to throw the job post up on every single job board possible. ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn, Indeed, all the garbage ones, all the good ones, and you're just going to take the volume approach. You're going to budget several $1,000s in hiring cost for your first sales rep. It's not cheap. It is worth it. And when looking through hundreds of applications, you don't want to waste your time on one-on-one interviews. Don't do that. Don't waste your time with sales reps. Realistically, you want to have a full-time recruiter in place before you invest that kind of time into a single employee for talent. Instead, you want to go for a strategy that scales. Now, I've heard group calls work and that recommendation where you just filter through reps individually and then invite all the remaining ones into a group call. I have tested this before. Depending on your industry, it has many unintended consequences, and the biggest reason we don't do it is it communicates a lack of professionalism. So the really star reps feel annoyed on the group call and by the process because they're seeing all the low performing reps that very clearly suck. And the very low performing reps, they know they're low performing reps. They give up seconds, if not a minute into the group call because they see what the top performers look like and they know that they don't belong. So what it's supposed to create is a competitive dynamic where the reps fight for the job and you end up hiring 1 out of 10 or so. But really what happens is that you just end up wasting everyone's time. And at best, you've burned only half an hour of your day. And there's just a much more efficient way to do it. So feel free to give that a shot. But when you find that doesn't work, what works 10 times better is keeping it private. So keep it in email communication and test for screen presence. Since most of the sales reps that I'm hiring sell over video call or at least over the phone, you should have a screening process before the interview that gives some level of confidence in their ability to present over the phone online. So what I asked them to do is send a 5-minute Loom video. They can do this with a free Loom account. If you ask for longer than a 5-minute video, they need to pay one. Then it gets complex. Just ask for 5 minutes or less. It makes it easy. It also DQs reps who don't have any tech experience. If they send you a Google Drive link or some other kind of software, instant DQ for us, we're not even looking at them. If they can successfully open the Loom software and record an introduction video, you can then screen for visual elements, audio elements, and then actual presentations. So really quick, let's crack open some of our applications we've gotten in the last couple of hours from that one story post and look at some truly poor performers and demonstrate what you actually should be looking for. So if you're a sales rep, this is what you should pay attention to not doing if you want to score at a job at a company like mine that pays tens of thousands of dollars per month in commissions. Loom provides a sample image of the actual video before you even have to click on the video. So in the email, I can see what this looks like, and just right off the rip, looking at the camera presence, I know that this is not someone I'm going to hire. Don't send me a Loom video of you walking around holding your phone, having it be all shaky. Terrible. Also, this one looks like you're using a camera from the 1900s. No from me. This one, terrible background. Get a little bit more professional. No, thank you. This one here, your computer's like shaking while you're talking. I can't imagine sitting through an hour-long sales call with that. Not going to happen with me. This one also looks like you're doing it from your bedroom and you've got like a fancy set. It just looks unprofessional. Definitely not something a multi-7-figure business owner would trust with tens of thousands of dollars. So it's a no from me. And this one, blank white room, also big no from me. And the painting is like crooked on this one. And you've got like scratch marks from your chair or whatever on the wall. Absolutely not. Also filming just from your iPhone. This isn't how you'd want to take an hour-long call, not from FaceTime, be a little bit more professional. And this one, okay, now this is where we get into the actual good ones. Basically, we're just DQing ones that look like they're filmed in their mom's basement. Those are an automatic DQ. We don't even open these Loom videos. We just like see the preview in the email and just delete them. And by the way, this might sound harsh. I don't mean to make fun of any of these sales reps. It is just absolute lack of experience, which is why I make these videos. If you are one of these reps watching me roast you on video, please take it in stride. Pay attention for ways to improve. You are potentially fighting for a multiple 6-figure position in a company where I have reps on the team making $500,000 or even on track for $1 million this year in personal income. This is a very big deal. All I'm asking for here is that you fix your background, that you look professional so that you can get a life-changing job opportunity. I'm even telling you what to do and what it should look like. Please don't take offense. Please get better. So let's look through a few more here. So here now we have a few reps that have good backgrounds, or they have a deck that they're presenting here. This one looks really cool. This is where we get a little bit more technical. These reps know what they're doing. They've been around the block at least once. By the way, if you want to exceed expectations here, Go to a fancy apartment complex for an hour. Pretend to be a future resident. I don't care. Sit in their lobby, record the video with a fancy background at an apartment complex. Or the biggest hack, if you're not in a metropolitan area with a fancy apartment buildings, go to your public library. They are one of the best funded free places where you can sit down and quietly record a 5-minute video. Get some art in the background, something that looks aesthetic. Wear clothes that you've put some kind of consideration into. Get a haircut, unlike some of these people. All of these things give you a massive advantage over literally everyone else that I'm not even giving a second thought to. Once you pass the visual inspection, we go to the audio inspection. And since these calls are conducted via phone, we need to make sure that the prospects can actually hear you when you're selling. So if you're making this kind of video in a coffee shop, you probably won't get the job because neither the prospects that you're going to be selling to can hear you, nor can my recruiter hear absolutely anything that you're saying. A very basic microphone is going to save you here. And just if you're curious, approximately 1 in 5 of the video submissions we get is deleted just for bad audio quality that we don't want our prospects having to sit through on a sales call.
Hey there, Viral Coach team. This is Thomas Tempoli, High Tech Closer of Argentina, and I'm sending this video up because
unfortunately, like this one, I really can't hear what you're saying with the auto noise filtering that's coming out of your headphones. Hard to hear. It's just difficult. If it's difficult for me, it's probably going to be difficult for prospects and they're not going to want to buy from you. After all that, we are actually starting to listen to what the candidate says, the words coming out of their mouth. Now, what I don't care about at this point is how old you are or your irrelevant experience, like being entrepreneurial since I was a teenager. No one cares. Your ability to work harder than everyone else. Completely subjective and oftentimes wrong. It's like, I just don't even believe it. So what I do care about is your ability to make another company like mine money. Lean on your past experiences selling for either your own business or a role at another company, demonstrating that you can make someone money through sales. If you don't have experience doing the exact thing that you're trying to sell me on and get a job doing, be honest and tell me why you think you could get caught up very quickly based on other relevant experience. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that I need to hear you say in these 5 minutes is just whatever it takes to give me confidence that you are professional and highly motivated to cover any gaps that you have in your knowledge. Because no matter how much experience you do or don't have, there will always be a steep learning curve for every professional sales role. It might be weeks before you close a deal. And the people who are good at running sales teams will understand this to be true with any hire that they bring on. There will be a ramp time budgeted for the company, and it is okay to learn on the job. You just have to sound like the type of person who's coachable and can improve very quickly. So really quick, I just wanted to demonstrate an example of someone who does want it. This is one example that I have saved that I've absolutely loved. I'll share it with you real quick.
Hi there, Daniel NT. My name is Daniel Rufus, and I just submitted an application for your SDR closer position with Viral Coach. I've been consuming a ton of Daniel's content lately, and I'm transitioning to a career in high-ticket sales, and this is literally my dream position. And I believe that I can provide a ton of value to Viral Coach, not just as a closer, but eventually as a brand evangelist who brings a ton of free organic traffic to your offers and communities. And if you allow me just 5 minutes of your time, I'll explain to you in depth how I plan to do that. Please excuse the speed and any oohs and ahs, as I have a lot to cover, and I want to keep this video under 5 minutes.
Amazing. Perfect. Yes, he has low experience, but this is absolutely an incredible display here. Honestly, hiring decisions like this are made in the first 30 seconds, and I could tell within 30 seconds watching at 1.5x speed that this person was amazing. Make sure you nail your opening like he did. I actually ended up hiring this guy. He closed almost 2 million in deals in 90 days, made 20,000 in commissions in like the first 2 weeks. Ended up being one of the most successful reps of all time at our company so far. And I gave him the time of day, not because he had an incredible amount of experience before, but because he did the work to demonstrate that he was willing to work hard before he even got the job. Look at this research that he ended up doing further about our company, just displaying his interest in working for me. It is not hard to give a sales job to someone this good at selling himself. Incredible. Let's look at a few more and consider how their applications went and what we actually are looking for.
Hey Daniel, my name is Cecilia, and I wanted to make this quick loom to introduce myself and explain why I'd be a great fit for the Viral Coach.
That's fine. I'd have your video be bigger.
Hey Viral Coach team, I'm Eric. I've spent the last 7 years in sales. Most of that has been in the B2B space, selling artificial intelligence, enterprise software, and biotechnology.
Perfect. This guy is going to do great.
Hey, what's up? My name's Axel. I'm an Australian high-ticket closer, currently based out of Bali, Indonesia, and I'm happy to be applying for the role of closer within your company. So why should you even bother listening to the rest of this loom? I'll let you know why.
A little too confident for my liking. Probably won't be able to sell a multi-6-figure package to a 7-figure business.
What's up? My name is Jay Taylor. I'm in high-ticket sales. I'm currently a sales manager for an AC and solar company.
Fine. Let's give him an interview.
Hey, what's up, Daniel? My name is Nick. I'm 28. I live in San Diego, California. I've been in the high ticket sales space for about 4 years now. And
Perfect. Great intro. All the rest of those people will get a proper evaluation. Like we actually will watch the remainder of the 5 minutes to see if they're a good fit. But once we do have someone picked out, I really don't even bother interviewing them. Like most of the time, the Loom video is clear enough. I just hire them on the spot, put them through a week's worth of training that looks something like this, getting them set up with the basic tools, reviewing the handbook, reviewing successful sales calls, training videos, familiarizing themselves with the pitch, and then working with the sales lead to actually get integrated. By this point, about 7 days into having the job, they are going to be itching to make some commission. So give them half the leads so that they really treat each one carefully for about 2 total weeks. This is actually just 1 week's worth of leads. It costs us about $20,000 to do so, and we just expect to burn that with every single new hire. If they are taking it seriously, they will be really excited to get on those calls, and they will take each lead seriously because they don't have that many. If they don't take them seriously, let them go. It is honestly not worth the time for either party to be 3 weeks into this process without any wins. And I know that sounds extremely aggressive, but at the end of the day, unless you are a sales training company, your job should not be training sales reps. You should instead look for reps that want to train themselves. If they aren't getting better independently, like realistically, they're probably not good enough to be worth your time as the business owner or sales lead to have you train them. Cut your losses at 20K of leads. Move on. Or whatever your 1 week worth of leads actually costs you. Might not be 20K like it is for me, but it's probably really expensive to fund a closer who's not winning. And I wish I learned this lesson sooner with some of my reps. Like first dozen, I ended up burning hundreds of thousands of dollars, hoping that they would get better in month 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess what? They didn't. And I hope this saves you millions of dollars like I wish it would have saved myself knowing this sooner. And if you want to know the 20 plus KPIs that I track, I've already made a video about it, about how I basically just moneyball my sales team and know how they're performing without ever reviewing their calls. It's fully numbers based, and I have every single number broken out for you right here.